everyone. So in this tutorial, I wanted to teach you about fields. So in Java, I'm sure you remember, we were able to create things like we were able to go integer, um, my favorite number equals 14, something like that. So we can obviously have variables just like this. We can have reference types such as string, and we can make that equal to something like that. So I'm sure you remember some of these things. We were able to have these um, basically these types and these objects, they have values. We have those reference types, we have those primitive types, all those things. So whenever up until this point, we've always created them inside of the public static void main function right here. So these are just local variables, and whenever, because obviously we have a scope right here, so whenever the scope ends, the variables drop, meaning they just vanish. We don't have to worry about them anymore. We can't access them anymore. And Java is going to use the garbage collecting and collect it. You don't have to worry too much about what exactly that means, but that's basically what's going to happen to these variables, especially specifically the reference types are going to be like that. But the thing is, um, sometimes you don't want your variables to be limited to just that function. So you want to be able to use your variables outside of the function, but you still want to be able to change them. So in this tutorial, that's what I'm going to go over, is how we can do something like that. So first, you can create a field by going and putting it outside of a function, but inside of an animal. So let's say I create an int, and we're going to worry about static for now, static fields. Int, and I'm going to call this my favorite number equals, and we'll say it's 14, just like earlier. And if you wanted, you could also make this public, just so that everyone can access it, and you could even make it final, because let's say we don't want to change it. So public static final in. I'm pretty sure you can change the order, yeah, but I always do it that order. That's just me thing. Okay, now let's say we wanted to go print that out. We could like print it out and say animal dot my favorite number. And now we can access this field, which is a member of the animal class. And if I run it, guess what we're going to print out? 14, just like that. So that's how we can access a static field. If you wanted to change it, let's say we remove the final. Now we can go animal dot my favorite number. This is also capitalized wrong. My bad. This needs to be a lowercase m. So sorry about that. This is supposed to be camel case. Okay, my favorite number equals, and then we could say 6. And then same thing, we're accessing that field and we can change it just like that. So right here, because it belongs to the animal, even though we don't actually see this variable, we can access it just like that. So yeah, just like that, we can access our number. Now in the next video, I'm going to go over a little bit more about what we can do with this, especially with the static keyword.